everyone, welcome to Search Online Academy. This is Ego Chimana. Today team, I'm just going to take you this video where we'll be talking about how Java works. So if you are new to this channel team, just click the subscribe button below and turn on the notification bell so that whenever I upload a new video, you will get a notification from this channel. So if you are new here, this is a playlist that we are creating team. So on the previous video, we are talking on what is Java, why do we need Java, why is it necessary to start Java in 2023, as well as how you can set the environment of developing Java programs. So we've managed to install the Eclipse IDE as well as the Java development kit. So in this video, I'm just going to talk on how Java works. So we're going to start maybe on the Java components up to the architecture of Java. So team, let's start this video. So here is what we have on Java component: Java development kit, the Java virtual machine, and the Java runtime environment. So if you are new in Java, you are going to actually see these things coming in your way, and you'll be not able to understand how do they work and what to grab for you to use. So I'm just going to break them and start by the Java development kit. So the Java development kit team is just a software development environment used for developing Java applications and applets. So if you want to develop any Java application, you need the Java development kit. So if you're a programmer or you're a software developer, you need the Java JDK or the Java development kit. So it includes the Java runtime environment, an interpreter loader, an interpreter, a compiler, an archiver, a documentation generator, and other tools needed in the Java development kit. Also a debugger is another tool there that we'll be having. So how does this work? So the Java JDK or the JDK, if you look at it, if you look on this graph that we have here, on this picture that we have, you see that we've got this JDK, and then we've got this what we call the JRE or the Java runtime environment. We're going to dive deeper into this JRE, but what we call the JRE is the runtime environment. So if you want to run any Java program, you need this JRE, the runtime environment. So this is the JRE, what you have here. So if you are not a developer or you want to run the program that was developed already, you just need the JRE. So the JDK comes with the JRE, which contains the Java virtual machine, the one which we are going to talk about next, and then the class libraries, and then it also contains these tools, which is the compilers, debuggers, and the Java doc. So these class libraries, I am sure you know what we will be talking about here. Those the util libraries and other libraries there that we have in Java. Maybe if we talk about the C programming, you'll be actually starting by including the header files and blah blah blah. So this is some sort of. So here we've got this the JRE. So the JDK enables programmers to create core Java programs that can be run by the JRE, which include the Java virtual machine and class libraries, which is here. And then what are these class libraries? It is a group of dynamic loadable libraries that Java program can call at runtime. And then we've got the compiler. So it is a Java program that accepts text files of developers and compiles into Java class file. So this class file, we are just going to talk about them on the Java virtual machine. So it is the common form of output given by compiler, which contains Java bytecode. So in Java, the primary compiler is Java C, which is the Java compiler. So what we are saying here is that the JDK, we have the JRE, and then these other tools. And then the compiler, what it does, whenever you create your Java file and then you write your code there, and then you want to test it, the compiler will compile that code, and then it will give you the class file. So that class file, it will be now the bytecode, which will be actually passed to the interpreter so that it can be conveyed and then to the JRE, not to the JRE, to the Java virtual machine, so that it can be converted to the machine language. So we are just going to talk about this one as we go. So, and then we have got the debuggers. So the debugger is a Java program that lets developers test and debug Java programs. And then we've got the Java doc here. So the Java doc is documentation made by Sun Microsystems for the Java. So I think that's what you want to know on Java JDK. So this one is a software for the developers, and this is how it works. It have got the JRE for you to be able to test your code. So you can actually able to run your code there, and then we've got the class libraries, and then we've got the compiler, the debuggers, the Java doc there. So let's talk about the Java virtual machine. So the Java virtual machine is an engine that provides a runtime environment to drive the Java code or application. So it converts Java bytecode into machine language. So this Java virtual machine is a machine that doesn't exist. So whenever you are writing a code in Java, you are writing a code for a machine that doesn't exist. So that machine is the Java virtual machine. So whenever you write your code, that code is going to be run on a Java virtual machine. The Java virtual machine now converts that code to machine code or to machine language, so that it can interact with the operating system and then do that task. So whenever you are writing a Java program, you are writing it for the Java virtual machine. So this JVM comes with maybe the JDK as well as the JRE. So the Java virtual machine is a part of the Java runtime environment, you see. So the Java runtime environment will always have this Java virtual machine. So if it is on the JDK issue, it will actually come with the JRE, like here, what we are talking about here. If you look at this, we have got this JRE, the Java virtual machine will be inside. So this whole thing will be the JDK. So this is I think that's all about the Java virtual machine. You have to know that this is just a machine which is there to run the bytecode. So the compiler will just compile the Java classes and then come up with the classes, or just come up with with the bytecode. This bytecode is the one that we feed in this Java virtual machine. Then this Java virtual machine will just convert the bytecode to the machine language. That language that can be understood by the real machine, the actual machine. Maybe if you are on Windows, that operating system, Windows operating system, which will be actually converting the instruction to the hardware, which is your computer. So without diving that much deeper, I don't want to confuse you, team. I just want to set it in a way which is much better and you can actually understand it. So how does this work? So this is the Java virtual machine. You might have if you are on Windows, you use the Windows operating system Java virtual machine. If you are on Linux, you use the operating system, the JVM for Linux, and then for Mac. So this Java virtual machine makes us to believe, or makes this Java program to be platform independent. What do I mean is that if you just write your program, you just write once and run it anyway. That's the concept that this Java virtual machine provides. You just run that Java program on any platform. How? This Java program will be converted to what? To bytecode. So that bytecode can run on this Java virtual machine, or this Java virtual machine. So you don't need to rewrite that code. So that's platform independent. You do not have to create a Java program for Linux and then you start to create another one for Windows and then for Mac OS. You just write once, then the Java virtual machine will take care of everything. So let's move on to the Java runtime environment. I think we've started with the JDK, the Java virtual machine. Now is just the Java runtime environment. So it is software that Java programs require to run correctly. So if you want to run a program, you just want to run a Java program. You do not want to program or to do anything. You need the Java runtime environment. That's what you need, and that's all. So in the simplest terms, if you want to run a Java program, you need JRE. So what does this have? So if you are not a programmer, you don't need to install JDK, but just JRE to run Java program. So repeat, but I'm just reading here so that you can get it. So what do you need? So how JRE functions? So you have got what we call the class loaders, bytecode verifier, interpreter, runtime, and hardware. Like here, these are the steps. We start with the runtime. This is our runtime environment, this one. the JRE, Java Runtime Environment. So it starts with the class loader, the bytecode verifier, the interpreter, the runtime, and then the hardware. So let's just go step by step. So class loader loads various classes that are necessary for running a Java program. So what we have, you are saying you have got those classes that you need for that program. Maybe you want to print something to screen in Java. Maybe you want to take something from the keyboard. Maybe you want to use the scanner object there. You can import the scanner class. Maybe you want to import the util classes, whatever class that you want to import there. So those classes need to be loaded at runtime so that the Java program can actually run without errors. So you need those the class loaders, which is the bootstrap class loader, extension class loader, as well as system class loader. And then you need the bytecode verifier. So the bytecode verifier verifies the bytecode so that the code doesn't disturb the interpreter. So remember, we are just taking the bytecode and then putting it to the interpreter. So you need the interpreter itself now. So once the classes get loaded and the code is verified, the interpreter reads the code line by line. So you'll be reading the code line by line and then pass it to the runtime. So runtime is a system used mainly in programming to describe time period during which a particular program is running. So the runtime is now when the program is running. So, and then we have the hardware. Once you compile Java native code, it runs on a specific hardware platform, just like that. So this is the JRE. You just need it if you are not a developer, or you are a developer but you just want to run a program, you do not want to program. That's when you use the JRE. So here is now how does Java work. Now is the architecture of Java, like the process that the code or the Java program goes from development up to the end. So here, if you look at this one is a Java program that you've created. Maybe it's a hello world program, and then you are just writing your code. After that, you need a Java compiler. The compiler will convert the code into these classes, and this class is the one that we are saying are bytecode. And then from there, it will be actually passed to the Java virtual machine, which is the machine that doesn't exist, but is there to convert the bytecode to the machine language. So after I convert it to the machine language, then it will run on the machine. So team, this is how Java works. I don't know if you get it, but if you get it and you appreciate this video, please do comment, do put the comment in the comment section, as well as subscribe to this channel. Do not forget to subscribe. Next, we do another video on Java variables. So this is a playlist on object-oriented programming using Java. So this is just a course, but we are starting by learning what? Java programming. So please just subscribe to this YouTube channel. Thank you.